Hey everyone, this is Max from Unsubscribed Healthcare. This is a review of the directory. What you can do here is that you can change a few things in order to direct your files to be saved to the correct spot. So for example, let's look at column B, cell 3. Folder to save new patient folder to. You can see here it says unsubscribed patients. If I go back to my drive, you can see unsubscribed patients. It needs to be exactly the same in order to change it. So if I wanted to, I can change this so that my patient intake and new patient folders would be changed. This is helpful in case you want to change it year to year. So if I came into unsubscribed patients and I clicked new folder and I'd said patients in 2022, I could create a folder and make it organized so I would know all the patients would be put into this new folder. To change that, again, we want it to be exactly the same, right? I'm just going to change it to patients 2022. And then I will click rename again one more time, click copy, Control C, OK, come here. And instead of having it be unsubscribed patients, I'm going to change it to patients 2022. That way, now all of the patient intakes will be completed and made into that folder. So we can see that the folder is empty. And if we come here and we do a quick patient intake, for this, again, you only need first name, last name, and then the patient account number, which is the first initial, last initial, and then the date. So today is the 19th of October, 2022. So 10/19/2022. Click submit. Okay. Then when we come over here, you can see now a patient folder has been created, and it's just with the name. If we go back to the directory, we can see the folder in which we want to copy. So we come back here to the directory, and you can see that what it's doing is it's slowly copying all of the templates and placing the patient name at the front of them. So this way, when you get a new patient and a new intake is formed, you can now click on the area of the body that you wanted to work on, and it already has the patient's name. Makes it easier to identify, and it's all automatic. No more having to do the copying and pasting yourself. Okay, so let's come back here. All right. If we wanted to change all of the templates, and we didn't want all of the templates, that's pretty easy to do. We can come in here. We can click New, Folder, Templates, Used. And say you really only work with like neuro population, or you would just put it in there. So now the file is in here. Again, let's right click so we can click rename, Control C, and come back to the data center, and we will paste it here. And now when we go to make a new patient folder, apologize. If we go into unsubscribed patients, back where our patients folders were, you can see Max has all of this, right? But if we make a new patient intake, and we'll do a Matt shipping, come down to the bottom again, MS 10/19/2022. Submit. Okay, you can see that's been submitted. We go back to the patients, and there's Matt shipping, and you'll see only one form is copied. Again, it does take a little bit, but Matt shipping, no, unsubscribe, there you go. And then that would be the only template that copied. As you can see, there's no more copying. Okay. Clearinghouse files. This is when you're using Clearinghouse, you can choose whether or not or where to have the Clearinghouse files saved, so it's easier for you to access. So if we go back, you can see I have Clearinghouse files. If I again wanted to make a new folder, do Clearinghouse 22, Control C. So we just created a new folder for Clearinghouse 22, so the year 22,000. Or the year 2022. We come down here and we can replace that. We go over to the Clearinghouse section and we save. We'll add this to the CSV and then we'll save a CSV file. And you can see when the script is running up top there. Okay. Once we see finished, we should see a new file that has been saved into the Clearinghouse 22. So you can see save to folder Clearinghouse 22, and we can review the file that has been made. That will be in the other video to review them. Good, so there's the CSV file, has been created, looks good. We come over here, you can see the file has been created, and we can double check to make it sure it's the same. And there you go, it's all the same. So if you go back to the directory, the last thing that you can change is whether or not you can have the first name, last name, or you can also have the first name, last name, and patient account number. And that's for when the folder is created. Sometimes people have the same name, such as John Smith. So if we did patient intake, now that this has been changed to patient, first name, last name, and everything, we can do John Smith, right? Because if we had a couple of John Smiths coming in, the only thing that we would be able to differentiate them from is with their account number. Hopefully they're coming in on different days. Otherwise, you'd need to get a different system or figure out a different account number name to give them. 10/19, 20, 22. Submit. And we'll come back here. And what you'll see is now that the patients folder, patients 2022, and now you can see that his folder was created with his account number at the end of it. It's just an easier way for you to identify. It will also add it at the top here for the neuro. And that's just ways that I've tried to make it easy for you guys to customize where you're having folders saved to and where you're having cells saved to. Thank you so much. This was a video tutorial on the directory.